The goat skin, it actually was the goat that was butchered in the video. So in that video, I learned how to butcher the goat, and then I learned myself how to preserve the skin by tanning the hide. So I watched a bunch of YouTube tutorials on how to preserve the skin, and then I made this structure and the sculpture. So, I mean, I think watching the goat be slaughtered for the first, that was the first time I'd ever seen that. My first instinct was to preserve it, or to remember it. So I learned how to tan the hide. Well, what I found interesting was when they make the bibia, they throw the skin away. So then I was thinking about, that process of throwing things away and of deeming it not usable, undesirable. So again, back to the bibia, the skin is tossed because what is it used for? For nothing. They don't need it. So the same way the guts and the stomach are eaten in menudo, my instinct was to make use of the discarded part, the undesirable thing, to again transform that material. I did a performance piece with this goat skin before I preserved it, where I wore the skin. Here's a little fragment of it. And in this performance, I think I was kind of channeling my queerness and wearing this goat with horns and this hybridity of femininity and masculinity, and queering the space between animal and human. And then when I saw the goat being butchered, I also cut my hair as this also gesture, and then this is a knife that was used to butcher the goat. So again, tying together the goat and myself, and having those two entities become one. And then here's the bird cage I used in the installation. There's a photograph here of my grandmother's door. So then this, in the installation, the gate is always open. So there's this sense of air and aromatics too, because this cage usually holds all the ingredients for the bibia, or is intended to. And then here's the skin I made for the performance that has been drying and is stained from the chili. And it also smells like the adobo.
Oh, I remember, it left in my hands for a while.
Mm-hmm. And here's some photographs from the performance that I did in the installation.
In the gallery?
In the gallery, yeah.
Yeah.
So this idea of consumption is because, again, it ties to the transformation. When you consume something, it goes through all of these processes in your body and to break down and then come out. So I think that I was thinking about consumption in the sense of transformation and of breaking down material and reshaping it. I think there's two sides to that coin, maybe, or not even two sides, there's just nuance within that, because we have to consume to stay alive. So we have to take nutrients in, and I think that's kind of the area that I was thinking about, is how this dish kept people alive by eating it. And there is another side to the story too, where I was thinking about the consumption and like appropriation of culture. You know, one thing was being inspired by my grandmother's home, but another thing was I actually, you know, when I moved up here, I was walking down the street and on Solano, and there was this this like bougie taco place, and they had jackfruit birria tacos. So that, when I read that, I was like, oh, well, where's the goat? Where's the story? Where's the, you know, there's this appropriation and this like constant iteration, retransformation, and like erasure that is happening with some dishes that I also that I was thinking about when making this piece.